A lot of people on unemployment are having problems with their claims. The unemployment numbers have dropped significantly since the height of the pandemic, but that hasn't necessarily made it easier for people who are still receiving benefits. Investigative reporter Brendan Kirby is joining us live now. And Brendan, I guess a lot of frustration out there.
Yeah, a ton, Lenise. You know, I frequently heard complaints like this last year when we were doing those Getting the Facts segments, and for some people, things haven't changed. Saraland resident Lisa Milton says she got laid off from a security job in 2019, a few months before the pandemic hit. She began collecting unemployment under expanded benefits passed as part of the CARES Act.
No issues all 2020 up until February of 2021.
Then Milton's problems began. First, she says she got notified that her money was getting direct deposited instead of loaded onto a prepaid card. She says it wasn't her bank account and that she reported it to the fraud division. Eventually, she got that straightened out, but then Milton says she started getting notification on her unemployment claim tracker saying an issue has disqualified you.
I've been trying to turn in everything that they've asked of me several times. I've faxed, I've emailed, I've done my part, and still nothing. 7 weeks have gone by with no payment.
Alabama Department of Labor spokeswoman Tara Hutchison tells me the process can be confusing, but she says claimants should get letters explaining the issue.
They're actually pretty explicit on the tracker with what it means. Now, does that necessarily mean everyone's going to understand that? No.
The biggest frustration, Milton says, is that she simply can't reach anyone at the unemployment office. She says she stood in long lines early in the morning at the Alabama Career Center office in Mobile, but only the first 20 people get face-to-face meetings. The state also offers phone appointments at the end of each day for the following day. Hutchison says the state is talking to 600 people a day, the most ever, but those 600 appointments generally get snapped up in 10 minutes. Even with the resurgence in unemployment, Hutchison says new claims are still running about 8 to 10 times pre-pandemic levels.
While it's a little bit better, it's not 100 times the workload. It's still more work than the staff that we have. We continue to see these continued claims where people who are remain unemployed. Of course, they have issues on their claims.
Staffing does seem to be the biggest problem. There's just not enough people to handle the load. Hutchison tells me the department is trying to increase its staff, but she says that's a slow process to get someone hired and trained. For minor issues, she says there's an online chat option. For people that are having issues, there are a couple things to keep in mind. Remember, first, you have to file a new claim after your benefit year expires, and it's also important to keep recertifying the claim every week. Reporting live, Brendan Kirby, Fox 10 News.